Yo, what's good with y'all? I'm back with another video. Basically, I'm about to get into a little bit of how to save and invest you guys' money. It's more so a little bit of how to invest in stocks, where you can put your money, different places, because there's a lot of different places you can put your money except for having it in cash and in a regular savings account that your bank gives you. But before I get into that, I'm really just going to get into why you should be saving that money in different places other than just, cash or in the account that your bank gives you. So basically, the account that your bank gives you doesn't grow in money. It doesn't grow the money. It doesn't change the amount in the account. It just kind of stays there. It's kind of like cash until you pull it out, you spend it or whatever. Um, so what I can tell y'all is you're gonna want to open your brokerage account. And that's gonna be number one. Y'all should start writing this down. And this is for people any ages. I mean, like, this is for 18 to 21. 21 to 30, 30 to 60. This is for anybody that wants to start, and it's never too late to start. It's better to start today than to never start. You feel what I'm saying? So, and I learned that with a lot of things a long time ago. It's better that you start today than never start. Same thing goes for school. Same thing goes for, there's people out there that want to enroll in the military and stuff like that. It's never too late to start because the time's going to pass anyways, you feel me? And as time passes, you're just going to be sitting back thinking to yourself like, damn, I should have done that one thing. You feel me? So I'm just going to kind of go straight into it. You guys are going to want to open you a brokerage account. And mine is with Fidelity because that's what my job gives me. They give me Fidelity. I can't remember like the rest of the name, but it's Fidelity. If you guys search it up, you'll find it. And it's good with 401ks, Roth IRAs, traditional IRAs, and traditional just regular stock brokerage accounts that you can buy on the stock market with. They got Webull, Robinhood. There's a lot of them, but I would suggest Fidelity because that's what I use, and it's been working pretty good for me. And when you open the account, you're not just gonna want to deposit money into the account because it's just gonna be like end up being like the same account that you guys had before. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to open. Me personally, I went with the Roth IRA. I have my 401k and I have a traditional IRA. And my Roth IRA, you can only put up to $7,500 in it per year. Well, per like 2025, 2026, 2027. You feel me? Per year. And when you put the money in your Roth IRA or your traditional IRA traditional IRA, you don't have to invest it. The traditional IRA just accrues interest on its own. So when you put in these accounts, you're going to want to invest in something with the money in the account, if that makes sense. So you have the money in the account first. Then it's going to give you the option to either just leave it. You can leave it if you want to. Or you can invest the money in the account into a stock. Now, me personally, for my main investments, I stay away from single stocks, like Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, Nvidia. Like, these are good stocks to invest into. But if you want to play more on the safer side, I would say really just invest in the S&P 500 stocks or index funds, which my personal favorites are going to be VOO and VGT. You guys can do a little bit of research on these. These give you an annual return on your money. If I'm not wrong, comment if I'm wrong. I might be wrong. I think it's 7 point something% annually. Now, it doesn't seem like a lot at first, and it might get some people to be like, oh, that's not a lot of money. That's nothing. That's this, that's that. But just think about, you putting money into that account over time, and you put money into that account over time and you grow the account size so big that imagine 7% of free money, every single year on $150,000. All you gotta do is start today. You feel what I'm saying? So imagine 7% or 8% or whatever it is on top of, a big amount of money just for sitting there, versus having it in cash or a regular account just for sitting there. You get that just for the money sitting there. Then your 401k, you're going to want to set that up through your job. Some jobs, you're going to want to do some research. I know my job matches 7%, dollar for dollar up to 7%. So every paycheck, my 401k takes about $100 to $120 every single paycheck because I have it at 7%. And over the 3 years I've been working at my job, I've accrued a pretty good amount in my 401k that I don't plan on using until I'm gonna buy a house or something big, or I might just never use it, to be honest, until until I have a big purchase, because you can take money from your 401k as a loan and pay it back interest free to yourself. But that's for another video. So yeah, number one is going to be brokerage accounts. Number two is going to be high yield savings accounts. Now, high yield savings accounts are just accounts that you open and you put money into, and you don't have to do anything else. You put the money in and it grows from they have accounts that start at 2% all the way up to 5%. I know some top earning accounts are going to be like American Express. They have a really high return for their high yield savings accounts. I think it's 3.5%. And a lot of them that have closer to 5%, you have to be a member of that bank and actually bank with them. You feel me? So American Express, SOFI or SoFi, Discover has one, and that's what mine is with. Mine is with Discover. I think I get 3.7% or 4% with Discover. And essentially what that is just like the other one with the stocks, except these aren't tied into stocks. So you can pull this money out of the account whenever. You don't have to liquidate any stocks to pull the money out. And I think last year my high yield savings account made it paid me back in dividends. Well, I guess you could say dividends, or it added the interest onto the account. I think it was like $3,000 or $4,000. But can you imagine that money just wasn't sitting in the account? I just had it in my bank account, or I just had it cash. You feel me? So that's your second account. And your third account is going to be a CD account. Now, I personally don't know too much about CD accounts, but I do know it is a good form of saving, and it is another option if you want to do some research on it. I'm really just coming out here to give that information to you guys, so you guys can do a little bit of your own research. If you guys want to see videos where I go more in depth about each account, I open up, I can put down numbers, I can go in depth about more accounts, I can, start giving out platform names that's best to use them on if you guys really need some more guidance on investing. Yeah, bro, that's really that simple when it comes to investing your money. And I just want to tell y'all that saving that money and investing that money is going to feel way better than, the feeling of, eating out every single day. Because eating out every day is cool, but it's the same as eating at home. And I've learned that over time. You get to go out and you don't have to cook and you don't have to do this. And sometimes it costs just as much to eat out as it does to eat at home. Honestly, I probably spend more eating at home than I do eating out. Because I do like to eat healthier. So, but it's just nothing beats saving that money. When you have that money and your stack is, either your stack or the numbers in your account go from $0 to $1,000. Once you get your first $1,000, you're looking at like, okay, you feel me? Like I got something going on. Then you hit your first $2,000, then your first $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, and you're just watching this money grow and grow and grow and grow. You feel me? It gives you more motivation once you've seen the money grow. So if your money's always low and you're never investing it, it's gonna keep you in that mindset to like, I don't, you don't really feel like it's important. You feel what I'm saying? You got that feeling of, oh, we all gonna die eventually. You can't take the money with you. But what happens when you don't die eventually and you live until you're 65, 70, and your decisions from the past catch up to you. And, you're still scraping for money at 65 and 70. That's just something that nobody wants to go through or deal with. And it's not to say that this is to save for 65 and 70. This is definitely just to be a little bit more financially literate. Because if you're still don't have any money at 65 and 70, that means you weren't very financially literate when you were, a little bit younger. But yeah, bro, I believe in all y'all, and I feel like all y'all can achieve what y'all want to achieve. I'm going to come back in my next video, and I'm going to take y'all through my 90-day run. I'm about to go on a 90-day run, share my results with y'all, share how much I make, share how much I spent, to show you how long it took, to save the $10,000. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to save it before 90 days. But yeah, I fuck with y'all, and I'm going to see you on the next one, bro.